How to compare batters across different baseball eras. Imagine trying to compare players from different times in baseball history. It's like comparing apples to oranges if you don't adjust for the game's changes. So how do we do it fairly? Well, it starts with understanding that the game has evolved a lot. Pitching has improved, ballpark sizes have changed, and rules have shifted over the years. For example, batting averages were often over .300 in the 1930s, but during the 1968 season, league averages dropped below .240 because pitchers dominated. Raw stats like batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and home runs are good starting points, but they don't tell the full story. These numbers are influenced heavily by the era they were produced in. To make fair comparisons, advanced stats like OPS or on-base plus slugging are used. OPS combines how often a player gets on base and hits for power, giving a quick look at overall offensive production. OPS Plus adjusts that number for league and park factors, setting the average at 100. If a player has an OPS Plus of 150, they're 50% better than the average player in their league and era. This helps compare players across different times more accurately. Another useful method is looking at how offensive stats relate to team success in each era. For example, in the era when teams relied more on contact hitting, a high batting average was more valuable. During times when power and strikeouts increased, slugging and home runs became more important. Long-term trends show that since the 1920s, batting averages have generally declined, but home runs and strikeouts have increased. This shift affects how we interpret raw numbers. It's also important to consider the strength of the league and the level of competition. Over time, players have become more skilled, but changes like the introduction of the designated hitter or changes in ballpark dimensions influence stats. To compare players fairly, use normalized stats like OPS Plus or weighted runs created plus, which adjust for park effects and league strength. Look at a player's performance relative to their peers in their era, not just raw totals. Rate stats like on-base percentage and slugging percentage are helpful because they focus on per-at-bat performance, reducing the impact of season length or playing time differences. Remember that playing styles change too. For example, stolen bases have declined, while strikeouts have increased. All these factors matter when evaluating a batter's impact. In the end, comparing batters across eras isn't about looking at raw numbers alone. It's about adjusting those numbers for context, using advanced metrics, and understanding how the game's environment shaped each player's performance. This way, you get a clearer picture of who truly stood out in their time and how they stack up across baseball history.